Alright, good afternoon guys, 501st Spartan here, and sorry I was a little bit away. I just got back into classes. I know it's summer semester for me. Taking thermodynamics and dynamics at the same time, and I will be talking about that actually in a bit, because there's something I have to compare in a bit. Now, just gonna do some channel updates and stuff like that. First of all, my recent campaign has been done. I'm not gonna post this on YouTube because, first of all, I didn't use the camera. Second of all, this was both a virtual using Dawn of War Soulstorm Mobilize a War mod and a little bit of the tabletop so it could go with the fluff. And it was a very good campaign. Now, that was just mostly a prototype campaign. It was basically the Necrons versus the Imperial Guard and the rest of the Imperium. It's going to be part of my fluff known as For the Fall of Sidewinder. And it was pretty neat. I learned a lot. It's not really so easy as I thought to write a campaign out. The next one will be starting in a few weeks. Like I think next week or the following week I should be having a battle report. Finally. I wanted to get battle reports. I finally got the chance to do it. Every Thursday I'll be going to my locals, recording my two friends. These two guys are gonna be fighting off for this is the only thing I'm gonna hint. Space Wolves versus Chaos. Well, yeah, Chaos. Like Chaos Demons and Chaos Marines. Most of it is gonna be painted. I think a few buildings won't be painted, unfortunately, because our locals don't give a shit about 40k or Warhammer Fantasy at all. However, we as the players, because I'm gonna be the game master, we're gonna this campaign is gonna be like very customized. I want it to be a little bit of that RPG element. I want to have a strategy element, and I want to have a more personal element with the characters and the players who are playing those characters and their armies, because each one of them have like special. They like their armies. They like their armies a lot. So I'm gonna let them. You know what? You guys love your armies, and I needed a campaign with battle reports. We could all make an agreement, and we did make an agreement, and we all like this idea. So yeah, these elements in our campaign will be including a bit of 7th edition stuff, because 7th edition's not out yet. It'll be including a bit of that. It'll be mostly based on 6th edition. However, I'm going to be putting a few Rogue Trader rules as well. So, like from 1st edition, not like the RPG version, but Rogue Trader from the 1st edition Warhammer 40k. I'll be using a bit of that too. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun campaign. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it develops. I've been writing out what's going to be happening the first 2 missions so far. And yeah. Now, let's move on to 7th edition news. This is the reason why I wasn't doing a video. I know there's been confirmed 100% 7th edition. It's coming out. There's 2 editions for it. There's the Minotaurium edition version, and there's your standard rulebook. And I want to talk about that in a bit. But I want to say, first of all, a few rule changes, rumors now, probably going to be confirmed pretty soon. Allies chart has completely changed, and now for Battle Brothers, this is my favorite thing now. Allies can now join. They could embark into Allied transports. You know what that means to me? This is what I wanted for a while, for a very, very long time. I wanted to use Stormtroopers. I'm using Guardsmen right now because that's what I had available right now. I wanted to put some Imperial Guard in drop pods, especially the Scions now that they're called, my Casterkin. I always wanted to put them in here, drop them, shoot at the enemy, go pew 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 pew, and then, well, that's what it is. I wanted to do that so badly. Now I have the chance. Thank you, GW. Something I've been asking for a long time. Yeah, you guys done it. So I really appreciate that. It's pretty good. Now let's get to the parts that have been like completely one side or the other. That's the rest of the book, like the 7th edition book itself. So, we all know 2 years ago, 6th edition came out around this time, I think a little bit later in July. People were mad. People will always be mad and had been continuing to be mad for rule changes and all that. People get mad at everything. Everything GW, nobody's happy. At least one person's not happy. That's the current thing, and people are sometimes, tired of listening to it or sick of that shit. Well, I want to say something. I don't mind it. However, I may not have the possibility to get the new rulebook, and this is the reason why. Generically, I don't have the money for that rulebook. It's $85, the standard edition. $10 more than what it used to be. But as you can see in my books over there, by the way, I don't own real guns at all. These are all airsoft, but books over there are based on real guns. I just like reading about it. It's just the fact that I'm not. Yeah, I don't own the 6th edition big book like this is like behemoth of a book. I don't own one, unfortunately. But I own the little version, and I hope whenever the little version comes in with the starter set and all that, I hope it comes out. I hope getting that, because I bet it's gonna be like $100 or $120 for the starter set now. I don't care what factions they are, but I'd rather get that at the moment. That looks like the better option for me. I get a few models. I like getting more and more miniatures. Miniatures is what I like. Yeah. So, for me, it's a good thing. However, then there you have the Minitorium edition. The Minitorium edition, oh my god. I'm right now doing a facepalm. Because if you have let's just go with this. If you have $60 more, just $60 more bucks, get yourself a PS4. That's how expensive it is, folks. It's $340. I was rumored to me like a week ago, rumored to be $320. Now I checked on Saturday, and I was basically screaming because $340 for basically the same content, a few things extra, nice looking box, which I gotta admit, it's a very nice box. It's so red though, that's the only downside. But for me, this is strictly my opinion, so yeah, $340 is absolutely ridiculous. And I've been checking through the Facebook page. People are raging. I never seen so much nerd rage, how most people call it. I never seen so much arguments and debates and insults and all that nasty shit to GW. I've never seen that much. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. So, this is the reason why I want to compare. I want to compare these things. This is my thermodynamics book that I just recently got. It's a very good book in terms of content and stuff. However, this piece of shit, which honestly I think that thankfully my professor can explain it way better than this book. This behemoth of a book, look how big it is compared to my miniature. It was like 200 and something. And I understand it because this thing is actually going to be useful for the rest of my life. Not because of the thing. It's a necessity for me. I'm gonna be using it forever, probably. The 40K rulebook, which is gonna be, let's just go with the Minitorium edition, $340. It's a game. I don't see a necessity to get it. If you're gonna get it and you have the money for it, get it, because it looks very nice and you're probably gonna be happy with it. And if but overall, in my opinion, I think it's not worth expending so much, hundreds of dollars for one book. I still even think these like huge college textbooks, I don't think it's worth buying them for like that expensive. I know professors and all that worked on them, and the publishers need money as well. But you know, it hurts sometimes our wallets that we have to pay for all this. Yeah, if you have a lot of money, if you're rich or something, yeah, you could afford it. It's good. That's good because, well, you have it. But most people, well, yeah, some of us can't really spend hundreds of dollars so quickly. I recently spent a few hundred on miniatures mostly because I was thinking, yeah, this is my investment that I love. So I'm gonna be waiting to get the 7th edition rulebook. If I manage to get it somehow through a miracle, sure, I'll review it and all that. But currently, I'll be using still 6th edition. I'll be adapting it with the new rules, of course, because I've been dying to use Unbound armies because of theme armies that I want. I've been dying to use drop pods with stormtroopers. I've been dying to do that. So, yeah, I'm definitely down for it. I have no complaints aside from the content. The content I have no complaints, I think. The only complaint I would say is competitive-wise, I don't see Unbound being there. I see it like, oh, this is going to be banned, or certain lists are going to be banned. Something like that. So, yeah. Oh, and by the way, I found this once in an airsoft field. The money rocket. Kind of coincidental that I was talking about money and prices. So, yeah. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not really ranting. I'm just saying what I really have to say. If I was ranting, I would be like completely mad, yelling at the top of my lungs. Like, you guys see me rant, I think. For those who subscribe to me and watch previous videos, I have a few rants there and then. But yeah. Anyways, please share this video, like this video, and please subscribe. I'm almost to 400 subscribers. Once I reach 400 subscribers, I am doing a giveaway on a few miniatures and probably a painted one by me. I'm not the best painter, but I like at least giving something away. Big thank you to everyone who's so far supported me, and a big thank you to the community that I'm with. Sure, we have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of people. Most people are actually British, which is pretty interesting. And most people are also older than me, which is also interesting because apparently I seem young. But oh well. That's just that. But thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.